What's up, everybody? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you the astrological analysis for the month of March 2021. I hope all is well in the collective community here, the 8th House community. If you're welcome, if you're welcome, if you have just come to see the videos for the first time here, welcome is what I wanted to say. Thank you so much for checking out the videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. I post weekly for you all. This is a one-time video that I do once a month just to let everybody know what's going on with the planetary alignments. So what I'm going to do is there's 8 planetary alignments that we're looking at. So I'm going to pull a card for each and then get into the messages for you guys, okay? If you need a personal reading, my information's in the box below. And if this resonates and you like these types of readings, please feel free to click the like button and share this amongst your friends and family, because the point of this is to be informative and helpful and to help you understand what's going on around you within within the beginning of March or the starting of March. So the first card that we have here is going to represent the Mercury going into Pisces. Mercury goes into Pisces on March 15th. And Mercury is all about communication. It's all about the processing of communication, what you understand, how you speak. It also deals with travel, short distance travel, elementary school education for the children. And Pisces, it deals with karma. It deals with silent enemies. It deals with compassion, creativity, imagination, psychic abilities, and where, you know, the transition ends for a cycle, okay, an astrological cycle. So with that being said, here we have the card of, this is the death energy that came out in reverse, okay. So death is Scorpio energy, scorpionic energy. It came out in reverse, so this is about, you know, some people being stuck on some things. Now what could happen with Mercury in Pisces here, some of the things that you may experience this month, in reference to being stuck, because Pisces deals with death. Some people may have a issue, not they may have a problem getting over the death of a loved one or someone who may have recently passed, or you may be dealing with someone who, let's just get the grim stuff out of the way first. You may just be dealing with someone who is in the final stages of their life, and so it may be very difficult for you to deal with it, or you could be at someone could be in the stages of transformation where they're on their deathbed. Or it could have been about a death for someone who passed away. And with Pisces energy, we got Neptune in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces on the 15th. And Neptune's already there. So, you know, there is a lot of psychic energy going on, because Pisces is the house of the last transit of the astrological zodiac. That's where a lot of things come to transcend, to change, to go to the next level. So this is where the veil is thinnest in reference to psychic abilities, speaking to loved ones from the past. So for some of you, loved ones may be coming back, letting you know that, you know, they're okay, they're at peace. Okay, so that you can move on and mourn their loss and continue through the grieving process so that you can heal. I feel that a lot. But some other things that you may want to be take into consideration that you'll see going on, and this is for us planetary wide. Movies will be coming out, you know, new movies will be coming out, a lot of new movies. If you've been seeing commercials, you'll see that going on. People are going to be getting out of prison because Pisces rules prison, so there'll be a lot of documentation in reference to people processing out of the system, as well as people processing into the system. Okay, so you may be getting letters from people. If you have people, family and friends who are locked up, they may be reaching out to you in the form of letters, maybe wanting you to come visit. Maybe you're going to visit people who are locked up. Bars and restaurants are going to be opening back up now, especially with everything going on with the upswing of the economy, the slow upswing now that, you know, thousands and thousands of vaccines have already been administered. People are starting to feel, there's an energy of people are starting to feel somewhat relief. And you know, not just the United States, but the planet as a whole is going to start getting back to normal as possible anyway. Of course, things will never be the same. But I talked about earlier psychic communications and dreams especially too. You may have people coming to you in your dreams. You may have family members who have passed away coming to you to bring you messages of love or messages of warning. Okay, they may be coming to tell you that they're proud of you in your ascension process, because Pisces does deal with the house of ascension. So a lot of you are on your spiritual journey, and you've cut out a lot of things that you're not supposed to be dealing with anymore. And this is the perfect time to do it, because this will be the end of those cycles, because Pisces is the end of cycles. Okay, a lot of people are going to be wanting to travel, okay, to escape whatever is going on with them mentally. Okay, so just look out for that. This is a good time for fasting and cleansing, especially of your lymphatic system. And a lot of people are going to be finding out that they're pregnant. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so the next placement we have is Venus in Aries. Venus goes into Aries on March 31st. Okay, so we have the Sun energy, which is Leo energy. This is an energy of happiness, success, people looking to for their happiness and for their success. And it's interesting that this card came out for Venus and Aries, because people are going to start feeling more adventurous. You know, it's springtime, the weather's changing. You know, we all get that good vibe, that good energy, like rebirth, regrowth, okay, renewal. So a lot of people are going to be a lot more adventurous. They're going to you know, wanting to do things to live life and to have fun. With Venus here, people are going to be spending money. And by the way, I don't know if I said this, but Venus is going into Aries on the 21st. So, you know, Venus rules money, so people are going to be spending a lot of money. You know, Aries rules the tax season, okay? No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. That's Capricorn, I believe. But there's going to be a lot of people spending, okay? So spending on clothes, because Aries is all about your outer appearance, how you look. It also has to deal with mostly your face and facial features. So there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be reinvigorating their look, reinvigorating their style. Their personality is going to be expressed through the way that they dress. So people are going to be spending money on clothes, makeup. You know, there's going to be a lot of cosmetic surgery, dental work. Okay, people are going to be feeling that spring vibe in the air. You know, when spring comes, you know, that's the bunnies coming out. So people are going to be more sexually active, and they're going to be looking to connect. So there are a lot of love affairs that are going to be picking up. Aries deals with fire, so I feel the energy of, you know, Venus deals with spending money. So a lot of people are to beautify things. So people are going to be spending money to beautify their home, their fireplaces. Some of you may have a fireplace that may need to be replaced, and now you're able to work on it because you have some money coming in with your taxes. A lot of people are going to be buying tools for the home, for designing the home, for doing any type of engineering products or projects. People are going to be changing things like their makeup, looking at, you know, how to do makeup, changing their hair color, just getting makeovers all together is what I'm seeing what's going on with Venus in Aries. All right, so this is, you know, what people are feeling like is going to make them more successful and more happy. Now with Mars in Gemini, Mars is going into Gemini on March 3rd. We have the Hermit energy in reverse, okay? And it's interesting because this is Virgo energy, okay? And Virgo is the sister sign of Gemini. Okay, but with Virgo in reverse here, the Hermit energy, this is the energy of somebody who could be not listening to their intuition, not listening to their gut. Somebody who's been in a cycle repeatedly, in opposed to leaving and separating themselves from it. Also, this is somebody who refuses to maybe leave a situation or remove themselves from a situation. They're not using their logic. They're not thinking analytically. They're not listening to their intuition either. But some other things that are going to be going on with Mars and Gemini is that, of course, Gemini rules taxes. It rules, well, it rules accountants and it rules bookkeeping. So, of course, it's tax season right now. So Gemini also rules the lungs and the respiratory system. So, you know, with this time of year and the change of the weather, going to be snotty noses, people sniffing, coughing, and things like that. You know, don't be alarmed about that too much unless it's in excess. You know, every year that your system cleans itself out. So people are going to be sniffing. People are going to have sinus problems. People are going to have runny noses. They're going to be coughing up phlegm. Okay, that is normal when the weather changes. But I could see that some people may be a little alarmed because of what's going on with COVID. There are totally different symptoms with COVID than they are with you just your body cleaning itself out and purifying itself. Okay, so a lot of you don't need to panic. But of course, if you feel at the point where you need to go to the doctor or you need to go to the ER, then feel free to do so. Those of you who have asthma, you need to keep your asthma pumps on you around this time. Okay, especially. There's going to be a lot of people receiving and sending mail, email, regular mail coming, in the form of taxes as well, because people are going to be looking for that. So people are going to be really looking out for their mail. A lot of gossip could be going on around this time with Mars and Gemini, so just be careful not to get caught up in that, because that could put you in a vibration where you vibrate low. All right. Be careful of people driving aggressively, because Mars is all about aggression, going for what you want. And Gemini has to do with local transportation. So be careful about people driving aggressively. Try not to argue with people on the highway and on the roads. You got to be very careful, because we also got Pluto and Capricorn, which we'll get to. But, that's people, taking things left, and you don't want that to happen. Okay, you survived COVID. You don't want to be out here in a situation where now, as soon as things start to get resume, you're in some type of negative situation here. So be careful of driving, be careful of accidents in general. A lot of people are going to be writing. A lot of people have put some projects away about books and things like that, but I feel like the energy and the vibe is going to pick up with that. So a lot of people are going to be writing books, blogs. People are going to be doing vlogs, video logs. This is a time of year where people also go and they get their blood work done. So lab work, lab results, and routine physicals going on in reference to the energy of Mars in Gemini. Okay. The next placement we have is Jupiter in Aquarius. And with that, we have the lover's energy, which is Gemini energy. We just talked about Gemini. But this is all about choices. If you see the card here, there's a person in the middle, and they have two people. So this also could be about your feminine energy, your negative energy. I'm sorry, your feminine energy, your positive energy. Could also be about choices, okay, and communication as well. So in reference to Jupiter in Aquarius, Aquarius deals with a communication via the internet and technology. So, that goes hand in hand with the Gemini energy. But Jupiter talks about abundance, it talks about prosperity, growth, expansion, and all sorts of things. Okay, good luck and good fortune too. So, with Jupiter in Aquarius, we're going to be looking at a lot of international connections. People are going to be connecting with people from all over the world online, via the internet, developing friendships and business partnerships. So if that's something that you're into, or you're looking to partner up with someone, consider partnering up with someone who's in another country, right? Especially, don't limit yourself to just people in the United States, because people do, you have language translation technology that you can get into now. Okay, that'll help you to connect with people online. You have Google Translate. So that's a tool I used to use when I used to work in technical support, because I used to service people from all over the world with Microsoft products. So sometimes I had to speak to them in their language. Just imagine how challenging that is. But, if I didn't have Google Translate, I would have never been able to help these people. So just keep that in mind when you're considering partnerships and expanding business through the internet, okay? People connect globally, and Jupiter's all about foreign travel and foreign things as well, okay? So interracial dating, a lot of people are going to be interested in dating people out of their race or out of their normal, how do I say it? What they're normally used to. Okay, so people from all over the world are going to be connecting, and of course there's going to be love connections, because it's March in North America anyway. Technology and broadcasting. There's going to be a lot of people who are setting up YouTube channels, for example, or doing blogs and podcasts and things like that. This is a season that's ripe for that. So if you're already in taking advantage of that, good for you. If you're considering it, now's the time to do it. There's also going to be an energy of rebelliousness, because Aquarius deals with that. Rebelliousness. Aquarius also rules Congress, Senate, and it also deals with revolution. So, you've been seeing what's been going on. That the Washington, D.C. event that occurred, and then you have National Guard who are still in Washington, D.C. because they are afraid that there could be some more of that type of energy that went on last week or the week before that went on. Some more of that could be going on this week. So that's why the National Guard is still in the area. So just keep alert out with that. You may see stuff like that on the news. This is a time of research, looking at stats. Laws about the internet are going to be increasing. People are going to be introducing more laws about doing business online, because that's what so many people are doing now. And that was because, COVID pushed more people online to do business online. Brick and mortar stores or brick and mortar buildings were closed. So, you're going to be looking at more business online, more interaction online. So, more laws and things like that are going to be developed and implemented and put in place so that people are protected. All right, this is a time where a lot of people are going to be getting x-rays, so be careful with what you're doing. But that could also, that doesn't have anything to do with the routine physical. So I did talk about what was it, Mars, I'm sorry, Venus and Aries, where people may be getting dental work done. So that could be, you're getting an x-ray of the mouth, whatever the terminology is for that. There's going to be more people socializing because as, the COVID frustration and anger and not knowing what's what is lifting because people are getting the vaccines. People are now ready to go back out into the world. So you're going to be seeing more social events, people putting together more social events. Also, people earning money on the internet, like I talked about earlier. I'm sorry, I couldn't read my writing. And then also the consciousness of the collective is waking up. Okay, that has to deal with Aquarius as well, and as Jupiter. Okay, so a lot of people are becoming more in tune with their inner person. Or there's a lot of people going into religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs, whatever works for you. But you're going to be seeing a lot of that more so, and you may be feeling that as well. Okay, because we did talk about ascension, spiritual ascension, when we talked about Mercury and Pisces. What else is going on with Jupiter in Aquarius? Publishing. A lot of people, like I said earlier, with Mars and Gemini, people are going to be writing, publishing books, vlogging, things like that. So if you have a project, I can't stress it enough, where you wanted to write a book or write some type of literature of some sort, then feel free. This is the good time to do it. Aquarius deals with the social and humanitarian efforts. So because of what's going on with Congress, you're going to see that, maybe the social service departments in your area are going to be hiring more to handle the demand, especially for unemployment, food stamps, government assistance, things like that. So for those of you who are looking for a job, because people are going to be out here looking for jobs more so now that, people are getting vaccinated and people are starting to feel comfortable moving forward with going about normalizing things as much as possible. People are going to be looking for jobs. So keep that in mind if you're looking for jobs. Then we got Saturn in Aquarius as well. And the card I have for that is the Empress energy. She came out in reverse. The Empress energy in reverse represents a lack of growth, a lack of moving forward, and the Empress energy, she reminds me of spring. So it's like, okay, just imagine spring not wanting to come out yet, the groundhog not wanting to show his shadow for whatever reason. This could also talk about financial dependence. So there could be a lot of people who are having problems financially right now. And that has to do with the government. So we're talking about Saturn and Aquarius. Saturn has to deal with the government. It has to do with limits, constraints, rules, regulation, authority. All right. And what we're going to be looking at with that is a lot of people, for simplicity reasons, I'm going to keep this simple, but basement work. Okay. A lot of people are going to be working on their basements. Saturn deals with basements. So people are going to be moving forward with the progression of the work on their basements. A lot of people, like I said, are going to be looking for work. Saturn also deals with karma. So karma coming back to you in relation to how you treat people in general and the service that you give to people. So those of you who are out there doing for people, who've been helping people, who've been going out and doing different various types of humanitarian efforts, you're going to get good karma for that. So kudos to you. All right. There's going to be rules that are going to be put out there about people congregating, because now COVID is, loosening up a bit as far as restrictions and regulations, because people are getting vaccinated in large numbers. The next stage that we're all in is like, okay, people are getting vaccinated by the droves. Now what? Can we start resuming, social activities, things like that? The government may say yes, but they're going to have some type of regulations and rules in place for that. So you're going to see that with the Saturn and Aquarius energy. We also have Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus here. The card that we have for that is the moon energy that came out in reverse. The moon energy is Cancerian energy. When the moon is in reverse, things are going to be revealed. Okay. There could also be issues with jealousy, hidden motives, depression, things like that. Now, let's talk about that with Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is a planet of surprise. That's what I like to call the planet. It's like surprise. It could be a good surprise. It could be a bad surprise. And it's in the house of Taurus, or in the sign of Taurus. Taurus deals with your real estate. It deals with how much money you make. All right. It's your money making house, your money making potential. Okay. What you do for work has to do with Capricorn. How much you make doing what you do is Taurus. Oh, Taurus also deals with your self value, your self worth, your self esteem, what you feel is valuable, what you feel is important. Okay. So you're going to have a lot of people out here, unfortunately, plotting to get money. Okay. There could be some unfortunate plots or plans that you may not know of where people are trying to take from you. A lot of people going through divorces, a lot of people suing companies, and it has to do with money. So Uranus is surprise. So there's going to be a lot of surprises with people in reference to their money. So keep that in mind. Uranus also deals with, it rules Aquarius, and Aquarius is about technology, forward movement. Uranus is the money you make. So a lot of people are going to be making money online. All right. So electrical work as well is going to be being done in the homes. A lot of you, especially if you're buying homes, make sure you pay attention to the wiring, the electrical issues that the house may have. Just look out for that, because that's something that would come under Uranus and Taurus. Especially if you're buying a home or you're revamping your home, or you may be doing some electrical work on your home. Like I said, making money online remotely is something that's really popular right now because of what we're going on, and that falls under this energy. People are going to be interested in buying unique pieces of jewelry and art, because Uranus is all about uniqueness and individuality. Taurus is ruled by Venus, which has to do with beauty, art, love, appreciation. So people are going to be looking for unique pieces of art, unique pieces of jewelry to adorn themselves with. There could be unexpected approval of loans, okay? Because of what's going on with the economy and people wanting to get the economy off the ground, the government or the loans, the banks may be a little bit more lenient than they were, pre-COVID. So don't be afraid to apply for that loan. Apply for that loan. You might get it, okay? You never know. People's taste in music may be changing. They may be looking for things that reflect who they are and what they've been through. A lot of people are going through changes and have gone through some changes. So as a result, their taste in different things are going to change. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be looking for different types of music that they can relate to in the state of mind that they're in now. Keep in mind, Taurus rules the throat. So, we are in March. We're coming into the spring. So people may be experiencing sore throats. Your throat chakra may need to be cleared out. You can work with some blue stones. Where's my stone? I was going to show you what you could work with, but I don't know where my stone disappeared to. I'm missing a stone. Okay. For the throat, light blue stones, like baby blue stones, things like that. You could use those. Look up a few stones online for the throat chakra. If some of you may need to express yourself, that could be why you're depressed with the moon energy in reverse, not expressing yourself, not expressing how you feel. Some of you may need to listen to some music, okay, if you're depressed with the moon energy in reverse. Try to find some unique music to listen to, because music speaks to the soul, speaks to the spirit, okay? So that could help you come out of your depression. The next card we have is Neptune in Pisces. And the card we have representing that is the Chariot energy, which came out in reverse, which is Cancerian energy. When the Chariot's in reverse, this is about people not being able to move on emotionally, not being able to move forward emotionally, is what I'm getting majorly here. So with Neptune and Pisces, this kind of rings true, because Neptune is the planet about Neptune is the planet of forgive me, it's the planet of creative imagination. All right. It deals with illusions, people making something up more than what it is. People downplaying something that should not be downplayed. It should be a big deal should be made of it. And so some of the energies that we're dealing with Neptune and Pisces is karma. Okay, I talked about that with Saturn, okay, and Aquarius. So we're dealing with a lot of karma here. Karma and introspection. So this could be why this moon energy is in reverse, because a lot of people are going to be dealing with the karma. As a result of that, it could be the situations that are occurring. People are not able to move on emotionally from them, especially with the Chariot energy in reverse. Be careful of fraudulent criminal activity as well, especially online. But just in general too, don't get so wrapped up in what's going on in the world. I mean, in the world of the internet, that you forget what's going on around you in the actual 3D realm. There are people out here who are struggling, who are really doing bad, and not all of them that are doing bad are out here doing criminal activity, but because of the nature of the state of of the people as a whole, the collective, right? A lot of people struggling, a lot of people trying to make ends meet, a lot of people don't have jobs. People are doing whatever they have to do to survive, okay? And so be careful not to flash what you have and be all excessive with what you have, because people could be targeting you. All right, that's just the grim reality of what we're dealing with Neptune and Pisces. Another grim reality could be drug addiction or overdoses, because that's what Pisces deals with. So a lot of people are going to be trying to cope with the negative karma that they may have coming to them or that they're dealing with. And as a result, some people will be drinking a lot more, smoking a lot more, whatever it is that they indulge in, eating a lot more, whatever indulgences there are, forms of escapism to deal with it. So be careful. Watch your loved ones, especially those of you who have loved ones that you know that they dabble in drugs. You know, check their mental health, their mental state. If they're recreational users, don't trip out. But if you see that they're depressed and they got a lot going on, like if you go over your people's house and their house is just disheveled, that's a sign of depression. You know, don't sit there and just talk about this person after you leave. Oh, look, did you see her house? It was a mess. This is a sign of depression for most people. All right. And they may need some help. They may just need someone to talk to. Offer offer an ear. You don't have to do anything to give someone an ear. You know, but if you don't want to hear it, then that's fine. But maybe talk to them about seeing if they could get someone to help them, or if they have any friends. Keep an eye on your people, okay? Keep an eye on your loved ones. Unfortunately, because of what's going on, there are going to be a lot of people who are committing crimes, and they're going to be going to jail. Okay, so a lot of you may already have loved ones in jail. Like I said earlier, they may be getting released, but that's a prevalent theme here with more than one of the planetary alignments that we talked about. So keep that in mind. Jobs as well. You know, maybe there might be some jobs available in the House of Pisces. We're dealing with asylums, you know, where this is places of seclusion where people go. So asylums, psychiatric centers, nursing home facilities, nursing rehabilitation centers, alcohol and drug and rehabilitation centers, jail and juvenile detention centers, things like that. A lot of people are going to be having dreams, like I talked about earlier with Pisces and Mars and Pisces. I'm sorry, Mercury and Pisces. People are going to be having dreams about loved ones who may have passed away. They may be coming down to just smile on you, thank you, give you a kiss on the cheek, may not say much. That's because they're proud of you. But if they sit there and don't say much or can't talk to you, it could be that they're trying to warn you about something that you're into or something that you're doing. So start paying attention to your surroundings. Start paying attention to your dreams. Write them down, okay, because they may mean something to you later on. Write down what you remember. If you don't remember a lot, just remember how it made you feel, because what is going on in your waking life has a direct relationship to that. Like if you're dreaming and something made you fearful and you wake up fearful, what's going on in your life that you're afraid to accomplish? What are you afraid to do? That type of thing. Also, movies, like I talked about earlier, this is reiterated with another placement. Movies coming out, because Neptune deals with the creative imagination. All right, so a lot of movies coming out. So movie theaters are going to be starting to open up. People are going to be able to start going back out to the movie theater. I love going to the movies. I'm one of those type of people. I love sitting in front of the huge ass screen. So, if you're somebody who doesn't like to be around a lot of people, you may want to go to a movie now before people start resuming normal activities, because once the weather really starts to break, that's when you're going to start seeing businesses pick up, more people coming out, regulations in reference to people coming out and socializing are going to start to decrease a bit, because now everybody's getting vaccinated. Be careful with people who are obsessed as well. Obsessions, people who can't get over other people because of karmic situations that had to come to an end. Lovers leaving karmic situations and going to be with their divine counterparts. That's going to be difficult for a lot of people to deal with the Chariot in reverse. People are going to be, as a result, people are going to be dealing with things via escapism. Some of your friends, like I talked to, if they're depressed, maybe they need to see psychologists or psychiatrists. Recommend that to people, maybe talking to a counselor. Don't do it in a nasty, harsh way, but just say, if you feel like you can't talk to anybody or no one can relate to you, perhaps you would consider doing that. Okay, a lot of people are going to be secluding. They're going to be secluding themselves because this is just the energy we're in. Because a lot of people are clearing out a lot of negative energy. They're going through transformation, spiritual ascension. So some people feel more comfortable secluding themselves. So check on your loved ones every once in a while. You don't have to bug them. Text them, hey, I love you. Just want to make sure you're okay. Let you know if you need anything, call me. Something simple like that, okay? Spiritual initiation, like I was talking about earlier, people ascending, tapping into their religious and spiritual beliefs. A lot of people may want to work out at this time as well because the weather's breaking. They're starting to feel alive. They want to loosen up. They've been all tight and rigid all winter. So a lot of people are looking to do swimming. Swimming is a great way, especially if you're a water sign, for exercising. People are going to be buying telescopes, okay, because people are getting into religious and spirituality and astrology. You find that under Pisces. So people are going to be buying and looking for telescopes. I'm looking for a good one. So if you could recommend a quality one for me, put that in the comments. People are going to be wanting to take cruises and take vacations, like I was talking about with Mars and Venus and Aries. People wanting to have adventure, to do things. They feel stopped up. They want to loosen up and be free. All right. The final card we have here. Oh, let me see where the timing is. Okay, right on time. The final card we have here deals with Pluto in Capricorn, and this card is the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, High Priestess energy is Piscean energy. We just talked about a whole slew of Piscean energy here. So people are going to be getting downloads about things. Like I said, your dreams. You could just be out and you might just get this download about something. It could be a great idea, or it could be, damn, why did I think about my grandma all of a sudden? Because your grandma's smiling down at you saying, hey, baby, I love you. I miss you. You're the world to me, and I'm so proud of you. Something simple like that, right? But when we're dealing with Pluto and Capricorn, Pluto is all about death and rebirth. Okay, and we were just talking about Neptune and Pisces, where, the soul comes, everything comes to the cycle. It completes its cycle in Pisces. So it comes to transcend to the next level. So Pluto's all about that transcending. It's the death and the rebirth. And then we have Capricorn. It's in Capricorn. Capricorn is the house of your reputation, how people see you, how you see yourself, your professional achievements, your professional developments. Okay. So what we're going to be seeing with people is, on another note, people are going to be like cleaning out their attics. Capricorn has to deal with the attics. Saturn deals with the basements. So people are going to be cleaning out their attics and their basements, because it's spring. Spring cleaning is going on. All right. So everybody's doing that. People are going to be tending to their gardens, getting their gardens back to life. Shout out to those who love to dig in the dirt and get your hands in the dirt. Be careful of juvenile delinquency. Okay. Your teenagers or your teenage children, your teenage family members, make sure that they're not bored or hanging around the wrong crowds because of what's going on with COVID. They may have got a little bored, but be careful with that because especially with Neptune and Pisces, people, getting caught up in criminal activity. Be careful of the youth. Watch the youth, okay? Political propaganda, you know all about that. You see that on the TV. Vice squads, okay, are going to be out because people, like I said, with Neptune and Pisces committing crimes because they see a lot of people who, there's going to be there's a lot of divide going on. There's people who are making it through the COVID financially and doing well, and there are others who are not doing so well. You have that gray area where people are doing so-so, but the ones who are not really doing well, a portion of them are going to be out here doing crimes to get what they got to get, and that could be taken from you and me or whomever. So vice squads, police are going to be out. Pay attention to that. Chiropractors, people have back issues. They could have reoccurring back issues. They may be looking for new chiropractors. That came out. And government officials, okay? Things in the government. And we know that that's what's going on TV now. So that concludes the March astrological analysis of things that you're going to be seeing going on around you and going on in the world. If this resonated, please let me know in the comments. Let me know if you